Hello and welcome to Check It Out with Rich. As you can see, I'm back in the belly of the beast. I've been dealing with the heating issue at the island with lack of airflow, and I got it a lot better than what it was. Let me show you what I did. I'll bring you a little closer here and I'll give you a little heads up of what I did here. Okay, so these are the three flex lines. This one here goes up, does the bathroom and the bedroom. This one here is going to the island, and this one here is going to the underbelly. Now, I cut probably about 12 foot off of all three of those combined, and I can't remember which ones. I think this is how it was hooked up, but I really can't remember. I took some pictures. I'd have to go back and look. But this center port blows out the most air, so I put the island on it. And between that and a couple other things I did inside, it seemed to increase the airflow pretty well. So let me take you in and I'll show you what I did. Oh yeah, one other thing I did. I moved these, when I disconnected these are real easy to disconnect. You just twist this and it comes off. And then there's hose clamps holding the flex line onto the flange. But I rearranged the hoses because the wires were smashing the hoses. I actually had a 2x4 back here lifting the wires up to try to open the line up. Alright, let's go inside. I'll show you what I did in there. Your flex line comes into a box underneath the island here. And one of the first things I notice is this vent. Okay, this goes inside the side of the box. Now, it's not, there's a lot of gap around here. And I was going to cut this lip off and put it back on, but I came up with another option. I took his screen. It was actually off of some office filer or something. They was thrown away at work, so I brought it home, figured I'd use it for something, and ended up finding a good use for it. So I thought this would be blocking a lot of air. So I put this on to help with the airflow, and it seemed to help a little bit, but let me show you what else I did. Okay, here's your flex line coming from the furnace. Here's that box, and I retaped all this up real good. It wasn't taped up that well, but I'm also going to add a board across here, and back here I'm going to add one so the heat doesn't come up through into the cabinetry. Alright, then the next thing I did was I came in, I taped up around, I don't know how well you can see it, but the hose is right back here. And I taped around that hose to try to seal it up. And then I cut some flashing, I think it's 3/8, and I formed the flashing so it's kind of directing the airflow on both sides to come out instead of just blowing into this box and bouncing around. And I used a lot of tape. I hate this stuff because you got to peel it off, and it's a pain in the butt, but I think it worked out pretty good. Okay, before I did all this, I could barely feel any air putting my hand right here. And now I can come out to about 10-12 inches and I can actually feel the air coming out. So I think with all the things I modified, it made it a lot better. Okay, here's a shot with the screen in place. Okay, so I think doing those few modifications, one being shortening up the hoses, and two, making sure that the island line is in the center where the most airflow was, and then changing out the vent covers to just a screen, and also putting that diverter in to direct the air to come out instead of going into that box and just tumbling around in there trying to find a way out. Made it a lot better. Like I said, I could feel the air coming out 10 to 12 inches away, which before I'd have to put my hand right on the vent itself to really feel any air. And so hopefully this helps somebody out. I know a lot of people were having issues with it. So once again, thanks for checking it out. We'll see you all next time. Bye.